Hello student, all of you are welcome to this lecture for metric spaces. In previous lecture, we have seen complete metric spaces. The metric space in which every Cauchy sequence is convergent is called as complete metric space. And there is one important result, that is Cantor's intersection theorem. That theorem is X be a complete metric space, means in X every Cauchy sequence is convergent sequence. Let the sequence Fn is a sequence of closed subsets of X. That means this sequence or the points of the sequence Fn are F1, F2, F3 and so on. These are all closed subsets of X. The decreasing sequence of non-empty closed subset of X. This is the decreasing sequence. What is meant by decreasing sequence? This first term of this sequence, that is in the form of closed set. This set contains the set F2, contains the set F3, contains the set F4 and so on. That is, if M is less than or equal to n, then Fn are subset of Fm. This is what the decreasing sequence. If the sequence of closed subsets in X is a decreasing sequence which are non-empty, such that diameter of each closed set, diameter of Fn tends to 0 as n tends to infinity. What is the diameter of Fn? D of Fn is supremum of D of xy, where x and y belongs to closed subset of X, that is Fn. This is called as diameter, and as n tending infinity, the diameter tends to 0. Means if we have a space X, there is one closed subset of X. Suppose this is a closed subset F1. Then F1 contains F2. Again F2 contains F3 because the sequence is decreasing sequence F3. F3 contains F4 and so on. Where the diameter of Fn, as n tending infinity, we can see its diameter tends to 0. Then the intersection in Fn from n equal to 1 to infinity contains exactly 1 point. Then intersection of all these closed sets will contain a single point. This is what the Cantor's intersection theorem. We studied the proof of the same theorem in last lecture. Fn is equal to the set n infinity in Ru. If we take a closed subset of Ru in this form, this set is closed in Ru, in R with respect to usual metric space, because its complement, that is R minus Fn, is equal to interval open at minus infinity union the interval which is open at n and open at infinity. Hence, complement of Fn in set of real numbers is the union of two non-empty open intervals. Hence, this set R minus Fn, that is Fn complement, is open. Therefore, set Fn is closed set in Ru. In this way, we get a sequence as this set is open. Hence, Fn is closed subset of R. Also, if we consider diameter of Fn, what is this? Supremum of D of xy, where x Y belongs to Fn. We can observe that as n tends to infinity, if we write the points of the sequence Fn, then they are in the form of sets. First point is F1, that is the interval closed at 1, open at infinity. F2 is interval to infinity. F3 is interval 3 infinity, and so on. If we consider these subsets on real lines, 1 infinity, this is set F1, then 2 infinity is the set F2, this is the set F2, and so on. Then as n tending infinity, this set tends to the interval closed at infinity, open at infinity, which is not possible. Hence, the diameter of Fn as n tends to infinity does not tend to 0. D of Fn does not tend to 0. Hence, the intersection of the closed set Fn from n equal to 1 to infinity will not contain exactly one point. See, what is the intersection of these sets? Therefore, intersection of Fn n equal to 1 to infinity is what? F1 intersection F2 intersection F3 and so on. This is equal to, what is F1 set? The closed set 1 infinity intersection 2 infinity intersection 3 infinity and so on. As n tending infinity, this interval leads to the interval of the type or this interval open at infinity and open at infinity. It is empty set. Hence, the intersection of Fn is empty. Hence, if any one of the condition from the hypothesis of this theorem is not true, then intersection of closed set need not contain exactly one point. Intersection may be the empty set. In second case, if we choose the set Fn in the form of the interval that is open at 0 and closed at 1 upon n, then see, this interval is not closed set in Ru. Why? Because its complement means R minus Fn is what? This is equal to, what is R minus Fn? This is the interval open at 0 and closed at 1 upon n. What is the complement of this set in R? The interval open at minus infinity, open at 0, union, this will be open at minus infinity, closed at 0, union 1 upon n, infinity. As this, out of these two sets, first set is closed set, while the second set is not closed. This is open set. Therefore, R minus Fn is not open set because it is the union of two non-empty sets, out of which one set is open but other set is not open. Hence, this complement of Fn is not an open set. Therefore, Fn is not closed set, but the diameter of Fn tends to 0 as n tends to infinity. See, what will be the diameter? This is the complement of Fn, not open, hence Fn is not closed. in R. Diameter of Fn is equal to supremum of d of xy, where x, y belongs to Fn. What is Fn? Fn is the interval open at 0, closed at 1 upon n. As n tending infinity, this 1 upon n tends to 0. Therefore, diameter of Fn tends to 0 as n tending infinity. See, here the Fn set is not closed set in R. Also, diameter of Fn tends to 0 means one of the condition of the hypothesis of Cantor's intersection theorem is not true. Then see, what is the intersection of Fn? Is that contain exactly one point? What is the intersection of Fn? N equal to 1 to infinity. This is what? The intersection of the intervals f1, f2, f3 and so on. What is equal to the interval which is open at 0, closed at 1, intersection the interval open at 0, closed at half, intersection the interval open at 0, closed at 1 by 3 and so on. If we try to find this intersection, the first set f1 is open at 0, closed at 1. Next set is f2, that is open at 0, closed at 1 by 2. This is the set f2. f3 is open interval 0, closed at 1 by 3. 1 by 3 is somewhere here, 1 by 3. As n tending infinity, the intersection from n equal to 1 to infinity, Fn gives an empty set. We can observe that this intersection is empty. This is equal to 5. Again, if we have a sequence of sets, sequence of subsets in a metric space, that is a complete metric space, that is a decreasing sequence, but that sets need not be closed. See, this set is not closed in R, where diameter of tends to 0 as n tends to diameter of Fn, diameter of set Fn tends to 0 as n tends to infinity, but the intersection of the set Fn from n equal to 1 to infinity is empty set that does not contain even a single point. We see one theorem that is the converse of this theorem. Now we prove this theorem, that is the converse of Cantor's intersection theorem. In a metric space XD, every decreasing sequence Fn of non-empty closed sets. Again we have Fn is a sequence of non-empty closed subset of X, that is a decreasing sequence. Means F1 is a closed subset of X that contains the set F2, that contains the set F3 and so on. This is what the decreasing sequence of non-empty closed sets. Also, diameter of Fn tends to 0 as n tends to infinity. Has exactly one point in the intersection. That means it is given that intersection of Fn contains exactly one point for n equal to 1 to infinity. Then what we have to prove? Then we show the metric space XD is complete. What is the definition of complete metric space? If we consider any Cauchy sequence over the same space, then the sequence should be convergent. Then only the given space is complete metric space. So consider one sequence Xn in X for n greater equal 1. That is Cauchy sequence. What is the definition of Cauchy sequence? For given epsilon greater than 0, there exists a natural number n where d of xn xm is less than epsilon for all n m greater equal capital N. Our claim is that the sequence is convergent. The sequence is convergent in the space X. Then only X will be complete metric space. A means sequence xn convergent in X. If we consider its subsequence, let Gn is the set of points of the sequence starting from xn, xn plus 1, xn plus 2 and so on. Then we can consider sequence Gn. This contains the sets G1, G2, G3 and so on, where first set G1 is given by x1, x2, use n is equal to 1 here, x1, x2, x3 and so on. Second set G2 is equal to, starting from 2, the first point of this set is x2, x3, x4 and so on. Also G3 will be x3, x4 and so on. So this sequence Gn is the set of all subsequence of this sequence Xn, and observe that the set G1 contains G2, contains G3 and so on. Therefore this sequence Gn is a decreasing sequence. Is decreasing sequence. As this sequence is Cauchy sequence, by definition d of xn xm less than epsilon for all mn greater equal capital N. See the set Gn. Set Gn is nothing but the subsequence of this sequence xn, that is given by xn, xn plus 1, xn plus 2 and so on. By definition of Cauchy sequence, d of xn xm is less than epsilon for all n m greater equal capital N. See this step. By definition of Cauchy sequence, we write this: if we choose xn and xm from the set Gn, if we choose xn and xm from this subsequence of sequence xn denoted by Gn, then all the points of this subsequence of this sequence satisfying the condition d of xn xm less than epsilon, right? And if xn and xm belongs to Gn, then the subsequence Gn, what is Gn? That is, which is subsequence of the point of sequence xn. Okay, if xn and xm belongs to the set Gn, that is what? Subsequence of the sequence xn, then d of xn xm less than epsilon for all m n greater equal capital N. Means if I find diameter of Gn, then this is what? Supremum of d of xy, where x, y belongs to the set Gn, which is a subsequence of the given sequence xn. That is a Cauchy sequence. We considered the points of the subsequence from xn, xn plus 1, xn plus 2 and so on. Suppose the n value is n minus 1. N value is n minus 1. Then we take n m greater equal capital N. See this step, n m greater equal capital N. If we fix this capital N as n minus 1, then for all points of this set Gn, they satisfying the condition d of xn xm less than epsilon. That means what? The supremum of d of xy, where xy belongs to Gn, tends to 0. As epsilon is the smallest positive number, the difference between or the distance between 2 points of the sequence xn is negligible, as it is a Cauchy sequence, and that points belongs to the set Gn. Therefore, this diameter tends to 0 as n tending infinity. Hence, from given hypothesis, what we have? We have Fn is a sequence of non-empty closed set. If we consider the sequence of points Fn, that is obtained by considering the sequence Gn. Fn is equal to Gn closure. What is this closure? This is equal to Gn union derived set of Gn. That is set of all limit points of the set Gn. Then the set Fn will be closed set because it is closure of some set. Okay? Hence, the sequence of points Fn is sequence of closed sets which is a decreasing sequence. Why it is decreasing? Because just now we have seen that set G1 contains G2, contains G3 and so on. Okay, so the set F1 contains set F2, contains F3 and so on, because Fn is formed by taking closure of the set Gn. Hence, Fn is a sequence of closed set which is decreasing sequence. See the theorem from hypothesis. Every decreasing sequence Fn of non-empty closed sets with diameter of Fn tends to 0. Here, diameter of Gn tends to 0 implies diameter of Gn closure tends to 0. This implies diameter of Gn closure tends to 0 as n tends to infinity. That means what? If we consider Fn is equal to Gn closure, then diameter of Fn tends to 0 as n tending infinity. Therefore, by hypothesis, what we have? The intersection of Fn contains exactly 1 point. By hypothesis, this intersection Fn n equal to 1 to infinity contains a single point. Suppose x. X belongs to this intersection of Fn where n is equal to 1 to infinity. Then consider d of xn x. We want to show this d of xn x less than epsilon for all n greater equal capital N. Then by definition of convergent sequence, the sequence xn will converge to the point x. But what is this distance? D of xn x, where xn belongs to? Xn belongs to the set Gn. Xn is the first point of the sequence Gn. Also, Gn is a subset of the set Fn, that is closed set, because Fn is formed by considering closure of the set Gn. But Gn closure is equal to Gn union Gn derived set of G. Hence, Gn is subset of Fn. Therefore, if Xn belongs to Gn, being subset of Fn, Xn belongs to Fn. Hence, this distance d of Xn x is less than or equal to supremum of d of x y, where x y belongs to the set Fn. This is what? Definition of diameter of Fn, right? This is equal to d of Fn. This tends to 0 as n tending infinity. What is the left side? Therefore, d of xn x is tending towards 0 as n tends to infinity. This implies the sequence xn converges to x. Where the x belongs to? X belongs to intersection of Fn, means x belongs to Fy's for I equal to 1 to n. Also, xn belongs to Gn. Gn is subset of Fn, hence xn belongs to Fn. Hence, if we find the distance between x which belongs to Fn and xn that also belongs to Fn. This distance is less than or equal to supremum of distances of the points of set Fn, but this is what diameter of the set Fn that tends to 0. Here we proved diameter of Fn tends to 0 as n tends to infinity, means d of xnx tends to 0 as n tends to infinity. This is what the definition of convergent sequence implies. Xn is a sequence that is converges to x. Where x belongs to? X belongs to this intersection and all these sets are closed subsets of x. These Fn's are closed subsets of x, hence x belongs to x. Therefore, the metric space Xd is complete. Thank you.